आपके जो आईपीएल सुपरस्टार्स हैं, आई मीन
करेक्ट
क्या हुआ मतलब।
करेक्ट। आई थिंक क्लियरली दिख रहा है कि इंडियन T20 घर के शेर है, बाहर बिल्ली या चूहा ही बोल सकते हैं।
बाहर ढेर है। आई मीन दैट्स व्हाट इट इज। आई मीन टुक टुक हार्दिक पांड्या। आई थिंक मुझे नाम अपना चेंज करना था आईपीएल के फिसड्डी जवान से, बिकॉज यहाँ फिसड्डी यहाँ पर ही हुई है इंडिया, देखा जाए तो इफेक्टिवली 14 रन 18 बॉल। एंड दिस इज सो मेरा पॉइंट ये था अरविंद की, इज आईपीएल द राइट बेंचमार्क इवन टू पिक प्लेयर्स? मे बी यू कैन पिक इन T20s, आई डोंट डिनाई, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि आईपीएल को हम थोड़ा सा ज्यादा ही ग्लैमराइज कर देते हैं, ज्यादा ही। ये सीरीज वेस्ट इंडीज से जो हारी है इंडिया, आई थिंक दिस वुड बी वन ऑफ द लोएस्ट पॉइंट्स ऑफ Indian cricket in a long time. I mean, this
He also said
entire
the same point. West Indies also failed to qualify for T20 World Cup last October. The point we were trying to tell you. West Indies ने नहीं खेला है.
yeah,
आप एक
I think
tier 2 squad से हार चुके हो. No,
this
make no
is
mistake.
one of the sports talk journalist, Vikrant Gupta. So he was in England and उन्होंने एक दो चीज बताई, तो it was quite shocking for me. One is
I actually don't see India winning anything this year and next year. I will be shocked if India wins a tournament.
just few days left. I don't know कि क्या होगा पाकिस्तान के साथ, लेकिन right now I stick my neck out and say India is, I mean Pakistan is outright favorites in the Asia Cup, just looking at the way we are playing.
हेलो एवरीवन, गुड आफ्टरनून, गुड इवनिंग ऑल. कैसे हैं सब लोग? मेरा नाम है अरविंद.
I'm sorry I was on mute. Hey everyone, sorry, late reaction, still a little shocked of India's dismal performance. So
आप तो आईपीएल के फिसदी जवान हो, इसलिए बोल रहे हो.
I mean that's what it is यार. I mean आपके यंग प्लेयर्स खेले फाइनली, क्योंकि सारी इंडिया की जनता बोल रही थी कि यार टाइम टू टेक रोहित शर्मा ऑफ द टीम, टाइम टू टेक विराट कोहली ऑफ द टीम. तो काफी बूढ़े प्लेयर्स आ गए आपके आईपीएल में, अब सॉरी आपके इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम के सेटअप में पोस्ट वर्ल्ड कप. तो आपने आईपीएल को भी आजमा लिया, और वो भी आपने आजमाया किनके साथ? वेस्ट इंडीज के साथ. who I don't think so they're playing this World Cup, which is ODI format. I don't think so they played the last T20 World Cup as well, if I'm right.
I think so.
I don't recollect that
I
maroon
think they
jersey.
missed that. I
Yeah.
think they missed it. I can
So
go
you
back and
basically
quickly
lost
check.
against the team which did not qualify in the World Cups. So, और and I still believe, हालांकि पूरा और हेटमेयर खेल रहे थे, थोड़े पार्ट ऑफ द सीरीज यू डिडंट प्ले विद द बेस्ट वेस्ट इंडीज टीम, एटलीस्ट इन द ओडीआईज. आपने ओडीआई चलो आपने 2-1 जीत ली, लेकिन आप वहां पे भी एक मैच हारे. टेस्ट मैच आप 2-0 नहीं करा पाए, हालांकि चलो बारिश हो गई थी, लेकिन इंडिया हैड अ चांस. एक दिन पूरा था जिसका जहां पे वेस्ट इंडीज ने जाके पूरी बैटिंग कर ली. सो आई थिंक दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी बैड टू फॉर इंडिया. आई नो कि सीरीज विन है ओडीआई में और टेस्ट मैचेस में, और मुझे लगता है so I think you were searching, right? I did West
Yeah,
Indies
I
play?
searched it. मैंने अभी निकाला था 2022 वर्ल्ड कप में. वेस्ट इंडीज played the first round of the tournament with Zimbabwe, Ireland, Scotland, and
Oh, so
they
basically they didn't qualify.
didn't qualify after the first round in that Super 12, जो
Super
ग्रुप 1
12,
ग्रुप 2
right?
बना था, जहाँ पे आपका
So
आयरलैंड और अफगानिस्तान तो पता था, आयरलैंड आ चुका था, और उस तरफ में आपका Netherlands आया था. So they came at the expense of West Indies. So yeah, you're right. West Indies did not play the actual
हालांकि
final
ठीक है,
tournament.
हालांकि वेस्ट इंडीज T20 में आप भी एग्री करेंगे अरविंद, आई थिंक देयर आर मच स्ट्रॉन्गर टीम. बट अगेन आपके जो आईपीएल सुपरस्टार्स हैं, आई मीन
Correct.
क्या हुआ मतलब.
करेक्ट. सो दर्शकों को बता दे तो हम ये क्यों इतना नेगेटिव बोल रहे हैं, क्योंकि अभी गेम खत्म हुआ है और वेस्ट इंडीज ने इंडिया को T20 सीरीज में 3-2 हराया. essentially first two games West Indies जीता. First game I think they won by 4 runs. Second game they won by 2 wickets, 152 मारा, 155 और 8. तो ऐसा लगा था कि West Indies had trouble. I mean India had trouble, sorry. India then won the next two. बहुत अच्छी comprehensive victory करी है. Last one तो 3 overs में खत्म, 3 overs to spare में last fourth ODI उन्होंने जीता है by 9 wickets. Third ODI they won by 7 wickets. तो ऐसा लगा कि maybe India will win this. But आज गेम हुआ और वेस्ट इंडीज ने इंडिया को pretty comprehensively हराया. Was by 8 wickets and 2 overs to spare. India scored 165 for 9. I believe Surya Kumar Yadav has finally stuck again, 61. Tilak Verma 27. But Brandon King और निकोलस पूरन ने सोचा था हम तो कर ही देंगे ये, और उन्होंने कर दिया. 171 for 2, 18 overs में, and the game is over. 3-2 अभी खत्म हुआ है. And yeah, India is exiting this tour with a defeat right before Asia Cup and World Cup.
अगर आप स्कोर कार्ड देखेंगे अरविंद, and you don't have to show it, it's a pretty abysmal scorecard. I mean, ठीक है, जायसवाल और गिल आउट हो गए लास्ट मैच में, उनकी परफॉर्मेंस अच्छी थी. चलो सूर्य कुमार यादव, सिंस आपके दो इतने जल्दी आउट हो गए, इंडिया वाज 17 for 2 in 3 overs, तो सूर्य कुमार ने थोड़ा सा कंसोलिडेट किया एंड ही स्कोर्ड. अनलाइक सूर्य कुमार यादव 135 रन की स्ट्राइक रेट में मारा उन्होंने, लेकिन अच्छी इनिंग्स खेली कंसिडरिंग द सिचुएशन दैट इंडिया वाज इन. तिलक वर्मा ने अगेन, कंसिडरिंग ही इज जस्ट प्लेइंग हिज थर्ड ओडीआई या फिर फिफ्थ ओडीआई जो भी खेल रहे हैं, रिलेटिवली न्यू, ही प्लेड रिलेटिवली वेल, 27 रन मारे यार. लेकिन उसके बाद जो हुआ है, आई थिंक, I know I've been मैंने संजू सैमसन को काफी हाई रेट करता हूं, लेकिन if he just keeps on playing like this, यार I don't know कि क्या बोलूं मैं. फिर आए हैं आपके टुक टुक हार्दिक पांड्या. आई थिंक मुझे नाम अपना चेंज करना था आईपीएल के फिसड्डी जवान से, बिकॉज यहाँ फिसड्डी यहाँ पर ही हुई है इंडिया, देखा जाए तो इफेक्टिवली. 14 रन, 18 बॉल, एंड दिस इज, you are almost playing at the fag end of the innings, right? आप 14 ओवर खत्म हो गए हैं, you are playing, क्या खेल रहे हैं आप? राहुल द्रविड़ भी इतना स्लो नहीं खेलते थे यार T20 जितने भी उनको मौके मिले, मतलब. And this is my criticism of Hardik Pandya. आपने मुझे सुना होगा अरविंद, I've constantly criticized this approach of Hardik Pandya, and this was again on display in this match. 14 रन, 18 बॉल. I just don't
18
understand.
18 balls is 3 overs on T20. That's 6% of the innings.
ये मैं समझ में आता अगर हार्दिक पांड्या लेट्स से नंबर 3 पे आते,
17 for 2 पे आते तो I understand.
लेकिन
Hardik Pandya came at I think 87 for 4 when Sanju Samson got out.
Right. और
10 overs 87. 10 overs 87. You were almost 9 run rate. You could have gone easily 180, 190.
हाँ, आराम से, right.
No offense to West Indies, it's not an Australian England bowling lineup. ठीक है, रुमारिश अपन ने विकेट ला रहे. I think clearly दिख रहा है कि इंडियन T20 घर के शेर है, बाहर बिल्ली या चूहा ही बोल सकते हैं.
बाहर ढेर है. I mean that's what it is. I mean मुझे एक और चीज समझ में नहीं आई कि यार लग रहा था कि बारिश होगी. Why didn't? क्योंकि एडवांटेज आ जाता है, सेकंड जो बैटिंग करती है उसको एडवांटेज आ जाता है, जब बारिश का सीन होता है. एटलीस्ट उस टाइम पे तो थोड़ा सा इम्पेटस लाना चाहिए था इनिंग्स में. मुझे वो भी नहीं दिखा. आई मीन क्या खेल रहे थे, आई मीन क्या हार्दिक पांड्या सोच रहे हैं, क्या संजू सैमसन सोच रहे हैं, मुझे बिल्कुल समझ में नहीं आ रहा. आई थिंक ये सीरीज वेस्ट इंडीज से जो हारी है इंडिया, आई थिंक दिस वुड बी वन ऑफ द लोएस्ट पॉइंट्स ऑफ इंडियन क्रिकेट इन लॉन्ग टाइम. आई मीन दिस एंटायर सीरीज, मैं क्योंकि बस इसलिए बोलूंगा, हालांकि आप देखेंगे एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आई डोंट रेट, मतलब ठीक है T20s ऑन अ गिवन डे एनीवन कैन विन, आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट. लेकिन अगर आप देखेंगे स्ट्रिंग ऑफ द पैटर्न्स, ओडीआईज में आप 2-1, टेस्ट मैच आप 2-0 जीत नहीं पाए, तो यार वेस्ट इंडीज आफ्टर नॉट क्वालिफाइंग एंड कंसिडरिंग वेयर दिस क्रिकेट इज स्टिल हेडिंग, they would be delighted with this, with the 1.5 months which just passed by.
Absolutely. I mean, आपने test match, you drawed one test. You should have won that 2-0. You should have
Right.
won 3-0 the ODIs. I think you won what, 2-1? The third one, they had to win. Yeah. So, and then you lost it. So it was been a progressional decline. You started the tour
Decline.
to at the end of the tour, and um, I mean, I blame the management.
मुझे
I think
आपको पता नहीं अरविंद क्या लगता है? आई थिंक मुझे लगता है T20 में आप इंडिया काफी पीछे चली गई. आई थिंक इट्स
बहुत
ये सिर्फ ये तो ये बोलते हैं ना, जब स्टॉक का मार्केट गिरता है तो एक दो तीन रेड कैंडल्स आते हैं, धड़ाम से गिरता है मार्केट, राइट? आई थिंक दिस पॉसिबली वुड बी द लोएस्ट रेड कैंडल, जो रेड कैंडल एक बनता है. आई थिंक दिस माइट बी द लोएस्ट पॉइंट. लेकिन आप देखेंगे ये चले आ रहा है, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अ लीनियर सॉर्ट ऑफ अ ट्रेंड, नॉट अपवर्ड्स बट डाउनवर्ड्स इन T20 फॉर्मेट especially. I hope.
I can. No, you're right. I don't think India will. Well, they'll qualify. Well, they're not as bad as West Indies here. कि वो qualify नहीं करेंगे. But safe to say that this team is not going to win the next year T20 World Cup.
मैं वही बोलने वाला था. आई थिंक द ओनली गुड थिंग दैट पॉसिबली जस्ट केम आउट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर T20 सीरीज, हालांकि मुझे लगता नहीं है कि इससे ज्यादा इनको कोई कॉन्फिडेंस मिला होगा, क्योंकि यूएसए में सिर्फ शायद 2 मैचेस खेले उन्होंने. लेकिन दी ओनली गुड थिंग दैट कैन कम आउट इज कि यार चलो हमने यूएसए में थोड़े मैचेस खेले एंड वी हैव गॉट सम सॉर्ट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस इन प्लेइंग इन यूएसए कंडीशंस. हालांकि मुझे लगता नहीं कि यूएसए के पिचेस और वेस्ट इंडीज के पिचेस में ज्यादा डिफरेंस है.
ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है.
ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है, राइट? सो आई डोंट नो, मतलब अब द्रविड़ और हार्दिक पांड्या क्या रीजन देंगे इस डिफीट का. अगर वही क्या बोलते हैं, प्रोसेस, फ्यूचर और थोड़े वर्ड शायद ऐड कर देंगे, लेकिन आई एम प्रीटी श्योर यही सब निकलेगा उनके मुंह से. एंड मुझे तो एक और चीज समझ में बोलिए, सॉरी गो अहेड.
No, go ahead.
मुझे तो एक और चीज समझ में नहीं आई कि आपको ये टूर ही क्यों करना था. I don't understand कि ये टूर क्यों हुआ वेस्ट इंडीज का. आई नो कि बहुत पहले साइन हो जाता है, लेकिन कंसिडरिंग आई डोंट नो इफ इट कैन बी डन. लेकिन द वे दे प्लान देयर कैलेंडर, मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आया कि व्हाट वाज द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर टूर. आई एम नॉट रियली श्योर इफ दिस इज गोना dent the moral of Indian cricket team. हालांकि विराट कोहली आएंगे and then you'll have Rohit Sharma coming into the team. So they might be able to lift the team up. And you know how Virat Kohli as a player is, as far as giving confidence to the team is concerned. और पाकिस्तान के साथ खेलने के लिए आप उससे ज्यादा जोश आपको कोई जरूरत नहीं है. आपको मालूम है पाकिस्तान के साथ है तो जोश तो अल्टीमेटली आ ही जाता है. लेकिन it's heading in the wrong direction. I just hope they prove me and prove us and the Indian cricket fans wrong when India play with Pakistan. Just few days left. I don't know कि क्या होगा पाकिस्तान के साथ, लेकिन right now I stick my neck out and say Pakistan is outright favorites in the Asia Cup, just looking at the way we are playing.
Yeah. So Saurav, मैं तो देख रहा था about the performances of this tour of West Indies. Test में number 1 player of India was Yashasvi Jaiswal in batting and Ravichandra Ashwin in bowling. ODI में number 1 player in terms of runs was Ishan Kishan and Shardul Thakur. T20s में the number 1 player was Nicholas Puran and bowling में Romario Shepherd. ये essentially आपने जो बोला एकदम spot on हुआ है. T20 में India has been regressive and no one in India wants to talk about it. True apt statement जो आपने बोला है, IPL के फिसदी जवान ही हैं ये लोग, कि ये IPL खेल के इनको लग रहा है, I think that is the whole thing. IPL is equal to cricket. इनके दिमाग में आ गया. I play IPL, I play cricket. Unfortunately, that is the reality they are checking कि IPL is entertainment और entertainment cricket, जैसे आपका WWE है.
Yeah. Right.
And the World Cup is like your MMA World Championship and all that.
Right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Absolutely. I mean, सही आपने बिल्कुल सही comparison किया. I mean, देखो, I think it's a perception that we basically have. I still believe, कि इंडिया के जो क्रिकेट प्ले, I mean, जो players हैं, जो खेल रहे हैं, even in the past, they would hold playing for India, at the utmost priority. मतलब उनको खेलना है and they want to do the best. I think that still exists. As a cricket fan, I will still love to believe. लेकिन I think that sense of security that IPL provides, I actually thought at one point of time they would play more freely. क्योंकि आपके पास सिक्योरिटी, आपके पास पैसा आ गया, आई थिंक मुझे लगता था कि दे प्ले मोर फ्रीली. लेकिन अब मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि अगर आप देख रहे हैं इतना बंधे बंधे से क्यों खेलते हैं. मुझे वो समझ में नहीं आता है. मतलब थोड़े प्लेयर्स मुझे लगता है, कभी कभी फ्लैट पिच मिल जाएगी तो आप यू विल सी, लाइक यू सॉ इन फोर्थ मैच, राइट. दे प्लेड like $1 million team, right? Flat pitch, absolute belter of a pitch. They played very, very well. I think वहां पे वेस्ट इंडीज ने की सिचुएशन थोड़ी सी डाइसी हो गई थी. They were 50 for 4 or 60 for 4 because they just went for the shots because pitch was flat. नहीं तो वहां पे मुझे लगता था वेस्ट इंडीज could have scored 200, but the way India batted, they possibly would have chased 200 as well. मुझे लगता है जहां पे पिच थोड़ी सी फंसी रहती है ना, जैसे ऑस्ट्रेलिया में थोड़ी बाउंसी पिच मिल गई, थोड़ी सी हिलने डुलने वाली पिच मिल गई, या थोड़ी सी फंसी फंसी पिच मिल गई, मुझे लगता है somehow we don't play that well. और ये मैंने थोड़ा पास्ट में भी देखा, जस्ट नॉट की आईपीएल के फिसड्डी जो आईपीएल के प्लेयर्स हैं, मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा, मैंने थोड़ा पहले से ये देखना स्टार्ट किया है, थोड़ी सी जो फंसी पिच रहती है, वी डोंट टेंड टू डू दैट वेल. एक और रीजन हो सकता है भाई.
या वही है ना कि कंटिन्यू, आई विल लेट यू फिनिश द रीजन.
आई थिंक बारिश भी हो गई थी, तो आई थिंक हो सकता है कि स्पिनर्स वर नॉट एबल टू ग्रिप द बॉल. लेकिन यार एक और चीज है कि द वे दे प्लेड, राइट, मतलब आपको जैसे लगा कि आई डोंट नो इफ यू सॉ सर्टेन शॉट्स, या मतलब दे वर स्कोरिंग. या सो 12 ओवर में 120 रन. ओके, इंटरनेट इज लिटिल स्टेबल. 12 ओवर में 120 रन यार, मतलब आपने, ठीक है बारिश हो रही है, लेकिन जैसे वो उन्होंने मारा, मैंने थोड़े भी देखे शॉट्स उनके यार, मतलब मुझे थोड़ा सा बुरा लगा कि यार इतना पैसा, इतना रुतबा, आईपीएल कंसिडर्ड टू बी द बेस्ट लीग इन द वर्ल्ड, लेकिन इट्स हेडिंग इन द रॉन्ग डायरेक्शन. एंड जैसे आपने बोला, परसेप्शन शायद यही लग रहा है कि बाहर, फ्रॉम फ्रॉम आउटसाइड इन, लगता है कि possibly they don't give that importance to the playing for India anymore. That's a perception that kind of gets formed, but I will still like to believe कि कहीं ना कहीं playing for India is what they take the most pride.
Playing for India is all good.
Winning, yeah.
Winning
I
for
mean,
India. I mean,
up,
I'll tell this.
up,
I mean, okay,
हाँ,
leaving Gujarat Titans, IPL discussion में, Hardik Pandya, partly the reason why he's captain and all of that. Sanju Samson, did he win anything with Rajasthan Royals? No.
no.
Ishan Kishan, chalo. Rohit Sharma ने जीत के Mumbai Indians, so Ishan Kishan has been there. Barring aside few players outside this Mumbai team, none of the others have won any IPL anyway. If you're with Royal Challengers Bangalore, you did not win IPL in your lifetime.
नहीं तो आई थिंक अरविंद, आपको ये भी देखना होगा कि शुड आईपीएल बी कंसिडर्ड एज बेंचमार्क एनीमोर. अगर मैं एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल बताता हूँ, रोहित शर्मा ने 5 आईपीएल टाइटल जीते, if I'm right, 5 जीते, 5-6 जीते, whatever, one of the most successful captains in IPL. Everyone was clamoring कि भाई विराट कोहली hasn't won ICC trophy, time to take him off. काफी आ गया था, एक momentum build हो गया था, and everyone was very happy कि रोहित शर्मा is becoming the captain. And somewhere I like to believe, हालांकि I was not in favor of Kohli being removed, because I don't think so players should just be judged of not winning the ICC. मुझे लगता था कि दो तीन बार नहीं जीते, हो सकता है एक दो बार जाके मौका मिले और शायद जीत जाए, never know. But his captaincy was not bad, numbers were not bad. He changed the game, face of Indian cricket team, at least in the test matches. You got to give him that. लेकिन जब रोहित शर्मा बने, everyone was very optimistic. No one was very pessimistic. सबको लगा कि वो अच्छा ही करेंगे because he has done well in IPL. लेकिन you see the results. I mean, आप गिन सकते हैं कि कितने मैचेस. हाँ, बोलिए.
You know why?
Why?
Rohit Sharma has 4 foreign players in IPL.
Yeah, I think That's one of the reason. Kieron Pollard थे, Malinga थे एक टाइम पे, बुमराह strong Indian contingent एक player था इनका.
but no, you have a foreign players playing with you. It's not
You're
that
right.
you are picking the best foreign players by paying money.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
You are not picking players by money. You're picking players by talent in India.
So मेरा point ये था अरविंद कि is IPL the right benchmark even to pick players? Maybe you can pick in T20s. I don't deny. लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि IPL को हम थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा ही ग्लैमराइज कर देते हैं, ज़्यादा ही एक बैलून, बड़ा सा
I'll
बना
say this,
देते
and I think Venkatesh Prasad ने ट्विटर में और
हैं.
X में बहुत ही अच्छा ट्वीट पोस्ट, I'm still used to the Twitter language, बहुत ही अच्छा पोस्ट डाला है X में. He said
Right.
IPL started in 2008. India last won an ICC trophy in 2007 in T20. Let's put it that way. You see what has IPL given to us? 0 titles. We're going to continue that, by the way.
I was just thinking, did he come up with any tweet in the last few minutes since India has lost the series? And there you go. He has come up with a tweet. India has been a very, very ordinary limited oversight for some time now. This is just 16 minutes back. They have been humbled by a West Indies, and this is the very same point that we just, spoke about. Side that failed to qualify for the T20 World Cup few months back. We have also lost to Bangladesh, which people forget because post Bangladesh, I think India played some series and where Shubman Gill scored, I don't know, double 100 and we just forgot. कि भाई Bangladesh series भी हुई थी. We lost to Bangladesh in the ODI series. Hope they introspect instead of making silly statements. And those silly statements, हमने उसके बारे में बात कर लिया है, which is future and what is that? Another word? Future and progress. Yeah, process. Part of the process. So,
he's continuing to do it.
He's continuing to do
it. He also said the same point. West Indies also failed to qualify for T20 World Cup last October. The point we were trying to tell you. West Indies ने नहीं खेला है. आप एक
I think
tier 2 squad से हार चुके हो. No, make no mistake.
I think we've said it in a different way. I think this is what it is. The hunger. हम लोग ने शायद बोला कि फायर नहीं है प्लेयर खेलने का इंडिया से वगैरह वगैरह. I think this is what it is. The hunger, fire is missing, and we are living in an illusion. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right.
Oh, he's using the same word. It's कि हम Venkatesh से हमारे podcast देख रहे हैं. They're responsible for debacle and need to be accountable. Process and such words are misused now. MS mentored guys now just use the word. I think process. Spot on.
Process.
Spot on.
So yeah.
Right. I really think Dravid and Sharma and Hardik reflect. Otherwise, the sufferer is Indian cricket team only. Look, the players are making money, so.
Yeah, I had really high hopes, and players India cricket जब खेलते हैं, they are getting paid, tons, right? I think एक और चीज है कि यार, knowing Rahul Dravid, he's a man of integrity. I still respect him. Doesn't matter कि coaching stint अच्छा नहीं गया. It's fine. Coach is not the one who's supposed to go and play. लेकिन हाँ, मैं ये जरूर बोलूंगा कि आपको राहुल द्रविड़ कैसे याद है? हम उनको वॉल बोलते थे, mentally very strong and bold decisions. We remember, that famous decision of 196 not out of Tendulkar and he calling back. A country fixated by numbers. We have this thing, 200 मारना है, 300 मारना है, 100 मारना है. We just had a controversy कि तिलक वर्मा 49 runs पे नॉट आउट थे और हार्दिक पांड्या ने मौका नहीं दिया हाफ सेंचुरी का. जस्ट इमेजिन, वी आर सो नंबर सेंट्रिक. ही टुक दोस डिसीजंस वे बैक, राइट? 196 में तेंदुलकर को बुलाना, he took bold decisions.
In my opinion, that was a crappy decision, but whatever.
ठीक है, जो भी था यार. 196, can you think of मेरे हिसाब से ठीक है, बना देना चाहिए था, whatever it was.
He should have let him done it, but whatever.
हाँ, लेकिन he tried to, maybe हो सकता है पोर्ट्रे करना चाहिए कि this is a strong India, different India, we don't care about records and blah blah blah.
I actually don't know why, and I'll probably disagree with you here, Saurav. I actually am never a fan of Dravid as a leader. Dravid was never a leader.
नहीं मैं लीडर की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन if you just
Coach, leader, you are supposed to be the head of the coach, your head coach. You are the
नहीं
manager, you are the leader.
मैं
I'll have
उनके
an answer. Let you finish though.
हाँ मैं उनके थॉट प्रोसेस या फिर द वे ही कंडक्टेड हिमसेल्फ एज अ प्लेयर. I mean, he stood for Indian cricket team in tough times. He became the wicket keeper. One days में खेले, Test 20, T20, sorry, Test matches में he was the wicket keeper while he was not a regular wicket keeper, right? I mean, उन्होंने शायद रणजी matches में भी he did not wicket keep. So for the team he sacrificed a lot. And that's और उन्होंने इतने match winning innings खेले. I think one of the very few players who performed exceedingly well, outside Indian subcontinent. कैप्टनसी भी उनका कैप्टनसी स्टिंट उतना खराब नहीं था. I think he was the one who basically won you the series in England. India was one of the favorites in 2007, although I think
I'll come to 2007 in a minute, but I'll let you finish.
इंग्लैंड और इंडिया का ऑस्ट्रेलिया और इंडिया का गैप काफी था, लेकिन अगर आपको याद हो, दैट वाज द टाइम व्हेन इंडिया वाज चेजिंग ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग. I think I remember 14-15 matches consecutive, तो उस टाइम पे टीम आपकी अच्छी थी, लेकिन आई नो अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीत पाए और फिर बाद में आई थिंक कैप्टनसी से भी उन्होंने रिजाइन कर दिया था.
I'll tell you the whole story, but I'll let you finish. You have to give me a chance. Yeah.
लेकिन irrespective of his leadership, I mean, you can talk there are certain negatives about his leadership. I mean, there are certain negative points for sure. लेकिन it's very unlike Rahul Dravid in terms of the way he's coaching. I think T20 एक सोच है. मतलब मुझे लगता है T20 is about the way you think of the game, the way you want I mean, it's all about being positive. और वो लगता है 20 ओवर का गेम आपको पॉजिटिव ही होना पड़ेगा. लेकिन अगर आप देखेंगे स्टार्ट से, the way we have decided to pick players, the way we have decided to get rid of certain players, who plays, who doesn't play, who's given certain preferences. आपका मिडिल ऑर्डर अभी तक सॉर्ट आउट नहीं हुआ है. एंड दिस इज द स्टोरी इन T20s एंड दिस इज द स्टोरीज इन ODIs एज वेल. 2019 वर्ल्ड कप से आपने कुछ नहीं सीखा है. आई एग्री फॉर द फैक्ट कि ज्यादा आपको ODI के चांसेस नहीं मिले हैं खेलने के, लेकिन इतने भी मिल चुके हैं कि यू कैन फिक्स कि यार नंबर 4 कौन खेल है, नंबर 5 कौन खेल है, नंबर 6 कौन खेलना है. आई नो इंडियन क्रिकेट इज ऑल्सो सफर्ड और प्लेग्ड बाय इंजरी. श्रेयस अय्यर नहीं है, ऋषभ पंत को इंजरी हो चुकी है, and Rahul KL Rahul is also injured, and लेकिन these are the very same players who we are missing. At one point of time we were again clamoring to be removed because they were not performing well. So you have now a bunch of non-performers. You had a bunch of non-performers then. So what is the direction that Indian cricket is heading to, and what are the lessons that you basically learned from series to series while you kept on using the words process in future? लेकिन फ्यूचर कौन सा फ्यूचर? मुझे लगा वो फ्यूचर आप बात कर रहे हैं 2023 वर्ल्ड कप की, लेकिन 2023 वर्ल्ड कप इज नॉकिंग ऑन द डोर्स एंड यू स्टिल टॉकिंग अबाउट फ्यूचर. तो I don't know, yaar. Matlab,
no, I don't. I mean, so here's the thing. I disagree with you on Rahul Dravid was a great captain. He was a mediocre captain who got good players back in the era.
That's also true.
The captaincy which defines him is the 2007 World Cup. India in 2003 World Cup under Ganguly, or that was the time where the transition has happened, came to the finals. 2007 World Cup, India lost to Bangladesh and did not even qualify from the group stage.
Right.
India qualified for Super 6 in 99. India was in semi-finals in 96. India, I think, even went close to the second round or something in 1992. India was in semi-finals in 87. The last time I think the India had the worst performance was 1992, and then you have the 1979 World Cup, which comes into play where India exited the second round. The first round, वहाँ पे 3 matches हुए, East Africa के साथ खेला and that. So if I have to define Rahul Dravid as a captain, he was the captain who gave India 2007 debacle.
You can actually
So
say the worst performing captain in the World Cup.
no,
Modern.
and not just performances. Here is why I never rate him highly. Is he also allowed the muck which happened in the Indian team when Greg Chappell
Correct.
was a coach, and you brought this whole dirty laundry out in public with Drag, Ganguly, and then you have these scams, Zahir Khan here, Harbhajan. You basically aired your dirty laundry. Basically, जो उनका style of management hai was always chaotic. India won because India had Tendulkar, India had Sehwag, India had Kumble, India was playing at home. India was not, and outside India, you only had Australia, who was a dominant team. England was not a great ODI team. South Africa के साथ खेल लेते थे. So India also played these oppositions so that they can win the game. That's why I never look at the numbers only. Here, they will say, oh, Dravid won 15 games in 2007, only lost 9. आपने बरमूडा के साथ खेला है वर्ल्ड कप में, आप जीत गए हो. आप ये कह रहे हो कि 400
You
मार के
are.
आप.
I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't disagree.
So
But
hear me out. So the point I'm trying to say here is Dravid was never the guy who gave us world wins. No, I'm talking limited overs. Back then, 50 over game. उसके बाद 20 over आया. Dravid was also one of the guys who never played T20. Let's get this real. He played. He was the Rajasthan Royals player and all that for the first initial 2 years. My issue with this is right now they have good talented players. This is what happens when you have bad leader, great talent, you have this output. Dhoni was a great leader. He had an average talent. That's why he can churn out win out of India's 2017, which no one knew what it was. He can churn out and win out of an average CSK team, which we all know CSK is not a great team, especially in the last couple of years, and yet you are still in this thing. So leadership is how you define it, and you're right. Dravid ne sacrifice acha kiya. He's played, wicket keeping kara and all that. Great. Did you inspire your team? No. Is this Indian team inspired? I think Venkatesh Prasads is spot on. No. So even though a great player like a Tilak Verma or a Surya Kumar Yadav or Ishan Kishan will be there, you're going to be inconsistent because one game you'll perform, second game you'll not perform. There is not having the drive. So I'm not entirely surprised. Jo ho raha hai, it's happening. Because players don't perform. I blame the entire setup. The coach, the captain, the management. I won't fault only the players.
True. I think I think another impetus to Rahul Dravid getting this this position of a coach was, I don't know if you remember, and this is like somewhere around 2019, 2020. I think वो 2-3 साल का period था while he was handling the juniors, right? And this is like your Rishabh Pants and Shreyas Iyers and few other players, really, your Park Prithvi Shaws and of the world. तो उनका वो जो स्टिंट था अंडर 19 का फॉर फ्यू इयर्स वाज एक्सट्रीमली सक्सेसफुल and all the vibes that was kind of coming out was okay, these are the players being groomed by Rahul Dravid, and the kind of performances these players and the maturity that they brought over to IPL, right? So again, I was one of the ones. I mean, again, I'm not a big Indian cricket fan. I want India to do well, for sure. But like the way I was optimistic about Rohit Sharma, just because IPL में उन्होंने अच्छी performance दी थी, or whenever Virat Kohli just couldn't captain due to certain not reasons, whichever match Rohit Sharma captained, India won the match. That's one, and he was doing relatively well as a captain. Okay, I don't know what his real captaincy skills shown during those matches. I don't recollect. But when these two guys came in together, I remember, I think I was very optimistic that India possibly is going to do very well. Just on the with the background as, okay, Rohit Sharma has done well in IPL, done well whenever he's captain in India. And everyone was clamoring कि भाई जब Ravi Shastri का contract expire होगा and he's not going to be re-chosen, it's Rahul Dravid. तो मेरे लिए वो disappointment ये रहा है कि possibly did not live up to his name that he. So
no, I mean, see, here's what I said. Dravid did not captain India only for 1 year. Dravid was captain for many years. It's not that Dravid was not bad. Again, as you rightly said, Dravid did not live up to his expectations. Dravid as a batsman is a great batsman. Dravid as a captain is an average captain. And I think that is the reality we probably are. And Dravid now as a coach is maybe above average. Again, you look at Dravid as a
You-
wall and the greatest of
I
all.
think
I
I
don't
think
think
you
he is the greatest of
I
all
think you've
coach.
been I think you've been very gracious by saying above average. When
I
you
mean, above
I mean,
average, I'll tell you why above average because of the just the statement you made. Because he groomed all the youngsters in India 19A and all
uh,
that. You take that
uh,
record and you do this, you're probably an above average coach. You
then
know,
maybe because you kind of
again,
gave these players and stuff, right?
yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
you've done something this, but you cannot you haven't won anything notable. So when it comes to pressure, when it comes to managing egos, when it you're working with superstars in this team. You were working with kids who are not known in India, and India is not a it's not a tournament which people are having eyeballs on.
I think Arvind, I mean, I think we can just close this. I mean, we can keep on, you know, chappal leke maar sakte hain Indian cricket team forever for sure. For me, what was a telling fact? I was just listening to one of the sports talk journalist, Vikrant Gupta. So he was in England, and उन्होंने एक दो चीज बताई, तो it was quite shocking for me. One is, and everyone now since they're rich, everyone have their homes in England, थोड़े relatives रहते हैं सबके England में. The team does not travel together.
Oh,
The team does not travel together. Some of them come by cars, some of them are coming in the bus, some of them, it's a groups. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything is wrong in Indian cricket. It just could be the fact that ठीक है, relatives हैं मिलने जा रहे हैं. लेकिन you watch football a lot, you watch soccer a lot. Club match की बात कर रहा हूं, I'm not even talking about country. I have always seen even in a club match, when the player is coming from the hotel, there's the entire team who comes on the
yeah,
bus and gets down in the stadium in a club match. I'm
yeah,
not talking about the World Cup match.
yeah.
So it's one. This is one. I mean, मुझे थोड़ा सा अटपटा लगा. Let me put that way. Second is likes of Steve Smith. Just before the World Cup Test match, the Test Championship match started, it seems Steve Smith and Manus Labuschagne, they were like practicing almost the entire day. The Indian cricket team chose to take a day off. So, I mean,
Saurav,
read between
I
the
think
lines.
you just said it right. In I actually don't see India winning anything this year and next year. I will be shocked if India wins a tournament. And
मैं वही बोल रहा
I am actually putting my limb out here and predicting that Asia Cup is not going to be won by India. I can even foresee a Bangladesh Pakistan final, Sri Lanka Pakistan final, or Sri Lanka Bangladesh final. India is not going to be in that final because India will be only in final if the pitches are flat and if some of those players, if the players who are not yet selected for World Cup want to prove themselves and they are like, okay, I want to hit and all, you may win like Tilak Verma or Jaiswal. But Prithvi Shaw is hitting tons in England because Prithvi Shaw wants to prove he's good enough. He's not been given chance. He wants to prove. The day you proved something, like सब चलता है यार अब मैं टीम में आ गया हूँ. I see that now Prasad is spot on there. I don't see us favorites to. It actually could be a good thing that you're not favorites for any of the tournament and you actually have a
I think
shot
that's
here.
what I'm thinking as well.
But if the kind of things you just said, team don't travel together, team is not. Maybe they are interested कि यार next IPL auction में कितना पैसा उठाना है and which team will select me. Who knows?
Yeah, I think आपको थोड़े से beer biceps के episode देखने चाहिए. There are certain times, they do invite cricketers as well. Everyone talks about, and I just said that they take the pride in playing for India. लेकिन उनको मन में कहीं ना कहीं खटास होती है, जैसे चाहल का एग्जांपल देता हूँ, और हो ही सकती है. I mean, it's not wrong to feel bitter about when he was not chosen for Bangalore. और बैंगलोर में उनको पैसा अच्छा मिलता था, लेकिन when he was transferred to राजस्थान पैसा कम हुआ उनका. तो there is a little bit of bitterness that kind of comes over. I'm not really sure कि टीम में how does it gets carried over, क्योंकि एक का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 18 करोड़ है, एक का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 10 करोड़ है, 5 करोड़ है, 6 करोड़ है, whatever it is. I really don't know. I mean, मुझे is IPL really benefiting Indian cricket?
No. IPL is not. I mean, IPL is benefiting the players. Don't get me wrong. IPL is setting out to do what it was trying to do. IPL is giving entertainment to the audience. IPL is winning the players. Players' ki families are making money. International players, domestic players, young players. Young players become rich. You're not in Nagaland squad or Manipur squad or I don't know Assam squad. You got a chance to play Gujarat Titans, and you hit a few centuries. People are like, "Arey yaar, ye kaun banda hai?" It is doing what it is supposed to do. The problem we have is our expectations of the players have changed. They
That's
think
true.
that playing for IPL is playing cricket. So I think and now we are seeing the results. Losing to West Indies, as you rightly said, losing to a team which has not qualified for T20 World Cup, which has not qualified for the World Cup, it is as bad as losing to Kenya, a few years back, or Namibia. No offense to them, by the way. They may even beat us now. I actually would be curious, Saurav, India, Ireland, or I'll not be surprised if Ireland makes a win.
Ireland has few good players.
Ireland has good players.
They
Sure,
have
they're
few
not
good.
world class all over the team, but yeah. So disappointing day, I think. Lot to reflect for Indian team from this tour. Excited about Asia Cup now, because if this is the current squad of one meeting Babar Azam's Pakistan and Shakibul Hasan's Bangladesh, they are gonna be feasting their
I
eyes, and
I think
I
I'll
think they can
still
win.
give. I think it's gonna be a good battle. I think Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli जब टीम में आएंगे, मुझे लगता है थोड़ी बहुत stability and common sense
Possible,
will prevail. Possible है. So let's see what happens. I think
possible. All right,
चलो
cool.
बंद करते हैं.
Let's end it here. Great video again. Please like and subscribe, everyone. We'll do our cricket as we shift focus from India, West Indies. We now start to talk about Asia Cup and World Cup. So really got a lot more videos coming from our side. So keep watching, keep liking, and keep sharing, and keep subscribing. Till then, thank
Yeah.
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.